respected dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. So I was beaming with a bit of pride when Abhishek was talking about his startup days. I would say proudly that it was my nephew, Yash, who identified Abhishek and funded him the initial capital. And I remember he used to spend hours and hours together to get the first few 100,000 rupees, not dollars, get collected. And look here, I think, congratulations Abhishek, first of all. I think you have traveled a long way in a very short time, and I wish you all the very best. Coming back, I think India has evolved significantly in the last 20 years. We used to be barely an economy of a size of $250, $300 billion. From there, in the last 20 years, we have come nearly to $2.5 trillion in size. What used to be the GDP of India, not just 20 years back, the size of our saving is twice the GDP of 20 years back. You know, we have come a long way from barely being 5-10 lakh investors in the markets to now currently at around 6 crore investors investing across financial markets. I think I've been an optimist on India and I've vocally spoken. Over the next 10 years, what lies ahead of us is far bigger than what we have possibly achieved in the last 5,000 years since the inception of this country. So in other words, it has taken us however number of years to come to $2.5 trillion. And I think over the next 10 years, we'll be roughly in the range of $6 to $8 trillion of GDP. So what got achieved in so many years, maybe double of that, will get achieved over the next 10 to 12 years. Predominantly Indian investors have been very, very conservative, and all this saving of $600, $700 billion, even currently, only goes for real estate, for gold, and for fixed deposits. There are not various other asset classes which have got emerged. Even after 20 years of our persuasion, and I would say tireless persuasion, equity is still not 1 or 2% of the overall financial saving of India. Incrementally things are improving, but still a long way to go. There are people who made enormous amount of wealth worldwide, and investors who have benefited are the ones who have kept track of the change. Someone mentioned about internet. I think the amount of wealth which got created using internet in the last 20 years is enormous. Now, whether you talk about Google, or you talk about Amazon, or you talk about Facebook, these are companies which have emerged upward of $500, $700 billion. In fact, yesterday, only Apple touched a market cap of $1 trillion. So this was essentially possible because people could recognize the internet theme. And it was possible because internet as a platform provided that opportunity for these companies to emerge and grow. Investors and participants who saw this opportunity long ago are the ones who have really, really benefited, and we have numerous examples of investors in this category worldwide. I think I've been an investor, and I don't understand, to be honest, much about blockchain or cryptocurrencies, but when Abhishek came and explained to me, I have this gut that blockchain technology will be one of the transformative things which will happen over the next 10-15 years, which will enable enormous amount of wealth creation. Obviously, these are very, very early days. as Mr. Gurnani was also pointing out, that in the early years, this is always hazy. And I think that haziness is what is visible, whether the perception of the government about blockchain or the push which is needed from investors or acceptance by entrepreneurs. They are all at the edge right now. But I'm sure as the time passes by, things will fall in place. And this technology in my view, is here to stay and will end up creating enormous amount of wealth. With this, I wish Abhishek, Nucleus Vision, and the entire organizing team for taking this initiative of organizing such a brilliant conference and making people aware of this initiative at such early stage. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic conference ahead.